was a little influenced by you and even wrote a song about.
Oh yeah.
Your super
Let me tell you that
story.
Like I think it was Larry Gordon who called me once on the show, and he said, "You know what? I'm trying to put together a band, and I want to get the word out that I'm looking for musicians." So we were on air, and then we put it out there, and then like a month later, he had gathered a group of people. Then I think Cameron Wright was one of the first people within the group, and then they started practicing. And their first show, first live show, was in studio at Radio Free Hawaii.
Oh, really?
I packed them into a little studio. I think there was like about 9 of them at the time. Drum set, horns, everything within a small studio.
Wow.
I didn't ask permission.
I
just brought them in, and they played their first show on my program.
And this is what? Did we mention their name yet? Go Jimmy Go.
Go Jimmy Go.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Were they Go Jimmy Go at the time?
They were Go Jimmy Go at the
That was
time,
their name,
but then, you know, they've had a lot of different member changes.
And a few different names.
And maybe 2 different names.
Yeah.
Really?
Ohana
What were their
Junction.
names?
Yeah.
They changed it to Ohana Junction for a little while, but I think Go Jimmy Go was the best.
And they wrote a song about you, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was very.
Tin Penny, am I right?
Tin Penny. Yeah.
And sing a few parts for us.
Cam wrote the song, and when he told me about it, I was very surprised. You know,
badass.
Very impressed and humbled by it.
That's an honor.
And you know, he used to come to all the ska shows, and of course, you know, their band would play once in a while, and he would notice that, you know, I was the guy who came in and set up, and then I was the last guy to leave, and that's pretty much the premise of the song, where he sings like Tin Penny for the man who keeps the dance moving and grooving. He sets the groove for the singing tonight, and the mood is all right. And
Cute.
it's wow, man! Perhaps to have someone to write a song about you, that's pretty. Yeah,
Harry.
very humbled by that.
Okay.
I don't think I deserve it, but it was pretty cool.
Please, you know you do. Or we're telling you that you do. So other than that, you also hosted an open mic for a little while, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of major because at the time there wasn't too many poetry things going on at the time.
I think it was one of the first for a bigger, larger community that was outside of like the university or the performing arts.
So something like that set off all this poetry movement?
Kind of. I mean, it's just started like more of people gathering in a bigger space instead of just like literary types or, you know, it wasn't so nerdy. It was kind of more fun and
it was like, you know, open. It was called Expressions. And what happened was I used to hang around this coffee shop, Coffee Haven, in Kilohana Square. And one of the girls, what was that?
Rest in peace.
Yeah, too bad. But one of the girls who worked there asked me, she knew me, you know, from, you know, I was a regular person there. And she knew that I liked poetry, that I was studying English in college. And she asked me to start a poetry night. So
by request?
Yeah.
See how it is.
Cool. So it was like, I think it went on for about 3 years, and we've had actors, comedians, musicians.
It evolved from what it just started.
And Coffee Haven, if you remember it was a very small place. So like both exits were filled with people.
It was packed,
and there were more people outside than there were inside.
It's better like that though. It's more
it was fun. It was fun.
Intimate.
It was intimate.
It was intimate, and some nights it was quiet, and then some nights it was, towards the end, it was such a popular thing that we did it twice a month.
That I got up and I read some kind of Mahu Madness thing, but meanwhile that Jesus freak went outside and he ignored everything I said, and then he came back in and he started like saying all this preachy stuff.
Oh, I remember that guy.
I called him on it and everything like that. He tried to threaten me one time. Like he had a poetry thing at Puck's Alley.
Yes.
And I got up and I read one of my things, and then under his breath he's all, and a hook to the right or something like that. I was like, I guess Jesus would do that if that's what he
did. What would Jesus do, right? What would Jesus
So you're also, you were a theater actor?
I did some theater as well, yes.
Started with, did you do it when you were young?
I was in college. I was on a whim. I saw something in the newspaper, and it was a play for Filipinos. Like we were reenacting the revolution. It was the 100th anniversary of the independence from Spain during that time. So the play was called Katipunan Cry for Freedom, and I auditioned, and I got a part. And it was funny because, you know, I've never auditioned before. I don't know how to act. This was my first time. So I went to audition.
How did you act?
I acted funny. That's what I did.
It was cute. I saw it. It's a Leeward, right?
It was a UH. It traveled around.
I saw it somewhere.
You saw it somewhere?
I think so. I remember.
It was at Leeward.
I think you were talking about something like that. That you saw something that was about that was it. The revolution. Yeah.
Katipunan.
Yeah.
Which means what?
That sounds so ethnic of you.
Cry for freedom.
Is that what it means?
I think so. I was such a bad Filipino.
It was a bad Filipino. Why are you a bad Filipino?
Because I don't know what
you used to say it was Japanese.
I think it was. It's just the name of the group that
sort of like the revolutionaries.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you speak Filipino?
Yes, a little.
Really?
Yeah. Which one?
Tagalog.
Tagalog.
Do some translation.
No. Well, for who?
Wait. It's bug tit Tagalog.
Tagalog.
Bug tit.
What is bug tit?
I guess not.
Is there bug tit right here?
No, that's what I thought it was.
This is my bad tit.
I think it means batch.
Oh.
Batch.
Hello. Okay. So and then running out of time already. So
Whoa.
So what was the best thing about living in New York?
You know, actually, when I decided to go to New York, you know, like a lot of kids here, they get island fever, and you know, you're so sick, you know, isolated.
Yeah.
A lot of our friends did.
Yeah.
They all went there.
So I remember there was a lot of people who moved to Seattle at one point.
Yeah.
And then after that, a lot of people started migrating to New York. So I thought, let me check out New York. And I thought my plan was to be there like a year, just to hang out, see what's going on, and come back home. But
you were there.
It was really good.
10 years now.
Right? Yeah, it was a while.
So you love New York?
I love New York.
Yeah.
There's a big Hawaiian community there, and
Really?
yeah.
I never heard about that. I always hear
I
about,
think
like,
I'm more
Las Vegas
Hawaiian
ones.
in New York than I am in Hawaii.
Kinda, I think.
Yeah, because
maybe.
over there,
You play
I play in a Hawaiian band.
Uh-huh.
I dance hula. I teach keiki hula.
Really?
And yeah, I
Should
teach
make it do some
ukulele.
hula.
Oh no.
You're turning New York, like giving the Hawaii flavor then.
Yeah, and I'm learning the language over there, and you know, you're growing up here, and you know, a lot of the Hawaiian stuff is just local, and the music is more contemporary. But over there, you know,
it's a little more rootsy. Just
What?
I guess because it's so far removed. You know, like when you're immersed in your own culture, you kind of want to see other things. You know what I mean? So I guess when you're away
They're
from
bringing
it,
a piece of home with them.
It's all
They
over.
want to get
like even in LA, there's like plenty
huge.
halaus
And
stuff
Nevada,
like that.
Seattle,
Yeah,
Oregon,
everywhere. It's badass.
Texas,
Hawaii represent.
Yeah, you love it.
Virginia, lots of local kids. So it's good.
I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm kind of a little aroused, but we'll play a poem by you that kind of expresses what I mean.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Play the next clip, Eric.
Yeah.
It's a short poem. It's called The Gift. And this is a true story of life in intermediate school. It's about a boner. It's a short one. Oi! Short poem. She gave me a boner. Not like she said, here, have a boner. Because boners aren't something that you can usually give. It's something that just kind of happens. And she happened to give me one, not like it came in a box with tissue paper and wrapping paper and nice little ribbons with a card that said, here. But it was she who was responsible for its being. And in that age of hormones, or I should say uncontrollable hormones, and the fact that I wore thin-cutting shorts, the gift. So I moved my backpack from the fixed position. I tried to look for a place to sit down. I tried to think of anything that was cold. But all that, oh my God! All that craziness just made the blood rush in my head because all she had to do was smile. Just smile. And it was like Christmas and my birthday.
Cute.
That was a fun night.
So
That was
let's
a
just
fun
smile and see if it works.
Turned it.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Oh,
so